and welcome to Monday Night Football, the 1st of October edition. I'm joined by Jack Shepherd and we'll run through the Monday night proceedings. So it was whites versus colours again, as per usual. Colours in a nice array of different colours. And whites kicking it off and passing it around nicely, with an early chance falling to Grover and cleared away by himself there, Jack. Johnny Bullock getting a shot away, which Cartwright watched past his post. What did you make of Cartwright's performance in this one?
Started okay. We'll see Johnny Bullock on the attack here.
And that's narrowly over the bar. It looked probably in game time like it was a bit further over, but it wasn't a bad effort at all. Good to see Sanderson back, getting some tackles in early on.
Yep. Well left there by Turnbull. Oh, Glove.
And Glove puts it across to West. And we know West can finish on his weaker foot, and Cartwright gets down well, pushes that out of play. And we have a corner coming in just over the head of Turnbull, and that head of Turnbull will become apparent later on.
Let's go over there.
Good little move inside, and it was a tame shot, but it went through a few bodies. Cartwright did well. Cartwright using his feet, a rare sight. Callum there, we know he can ping them, and he certainly does that time. I think that's Smith dealing with it. And there's Callum again. Goes out wide to Dino. I do enjoy watching Dino in the Dortmund shirt there. And Sharkey with a shot. And it's gone in the near post. Great finish there from Sharkey. What did you make of that strike?
I mean, look at the curl on that. He's sent the keeper the wrong way, which is always great. He just drops off there.
He's completely wrong-footed him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's a great finish, that. And Dino again. Won back by Johnny. Oh, I thought that was going top corner there, but Cartwright well left.
It was a bullet of a strike there.
And someone's screaming there as that goes into Piot with the back heel. And simple passing football from Whites there.
Oh,
and
fancy feet there.
I don't think he's done that in years when he's ended up with it again. And plays it across and nothing happens with that one. Johnny into Connor. Got good feet and he does hold it up well, Connor. Glove wins it back, Sharkey wins it again. And the interesting thing, and I don't know if you noticed this, Jack, but White's playing with inside forwards rather than wingers, going with Glove the left footer on the right hand side and Turnbull the right footer on the left hand side.
True, yeah.
Both players able to cut inside the way Whites were playing. West there, and it's blocked very well by yourself. Another opportunity. Connor, lovely turn, cleared away by Callum. And goes to West there, and that's a bit of a heavy touch, but Cartwright doesn't really deal with it, leaving Sanderson to do it. You just want Cartwright to just get himself over that, don't you, really?
He hasn't conceded yet, which is amazing.
He's done well so far, and that was Connor doing well. Sharkey, lovely little touch. Beaten by Johnny, though. Good save again by Cartwright. And I tell you what, it is interesting when you watch Johnny in these games. He really does control the midfield, doesn't he?
Yep, it's always nice to have that talisman in the centre of the... and Cartwright's just kicked that one out of play.
And you can see you're happy with him there.
Very.
I mean, Cartwright's distribution is something we'll get to a little bit later, but it certainly, I think, did disappoint colours this week. Smith, in an advanced position, gets it across, and I think I just did about just enough to put Connor off there. That does go to Smith. And that's fizzed straight in. I think similar to Sharkey's goal, just wrong foot to the goalkeeper there. You can see maybe Cartwright thinking it's coming the other way, but
well, Cartwright wasn't wrong footed at all. He just didn't bother diving.
I mean, his position in there is shocking, isn't it, as well? He's not even on the right side of the goal.
Beaten out his near post, tally number 1. We'll see a few more of those.
And there it is into Connor with a nice turn. West fires it in, but a good save from Jimmy again. He has started this game very well, and that ball's distributed back to Piot. Sharkey's on the move as well.
Good vision from Piot there, but
it was good from Piot. Piot struggled. He was isolated a lot in this game, and I don't think you've meant that there.
That's a handball there.
I think you've just dived with that hand, and Gloves played on, and it's been a good save from Cartwright. Maybe you have meant that. At first, I thought you just leapt with it, but. And Connor with it in, and Cartwright gets down and parries it away from the defence.
Sanderson sprinting there.
Sanderson
plays it down to Sharkey on the right wing this time.
And you can the thing with colours in this game, look at the amount of bodies forward, not many.
Sanderson,
and I thought that was going TC, but it's just gone over. A lot of this game, Sanderson battling in the middle. Connor.
Still just the 1-1 here.
Plays it across Johnny, and he'd be absolutely devastated with that. Johnny normally would finish that one. Again going in to Turnbull, but you've got there, Jack, and clearing it away.
Clearing it only as far as Bullock.
And Glove in a lot of space, but we know we can come inside. That's why the and he's just wide that time. But we know he can cut inside on that left foot. That's why the inside forward roll is working well. And that's the first time it went over the fence.
And that one's come down with snow on it.
I think, yeah, I mean, that one's in orbit, isn't it, really? And you can see it hit the space station there and come back down. Played in there. Johnny.
Of course, the rain this evening not helping things.
It's not, you can really hear it come down there. And Turnbull with a bit of bad control, but Cartwright looks really solid in goal so far. Connor with an effort. Good hand to it, and he actually gets it out for a throw-in as well. I think that one's going right in the top corner.
It is. It's a beautiful placed shot.
It's a great save. Good left hand. He must have been experimenting this week.
Here he is again, Grover.
And a great save down low. And Turnbull can't do anything with the rebound. I mean, this is a real Jekyll and Hyde performance for me from Cartwright, because this, what a save that is. That's one of the best saves I think I've seen him make. He's got down there, a strong wrist on it as well.
Disappointing from Turnbull there. He could have buried that quite easily.
He could have done. And there is a blonde man, and it's Turnbull, and it's saved well by Cartwright. Turnbull getting himself in some good positions early on.
A beautiful ping there from Sanderson.
What a ping that is.
And it's fallen to Sharkey, but
it's gone away now, and Johnny. But Dino's won it back.
Good play there from Dino. What's he going to do?
Oh, what a look at the strength from Dino there, and he gets it across, and just ahead of Sharkey. And that's a throw in there to yourself. And getting it back, good footwork from Sanderson.
And the left-footed pass
the left-footed pass, and it's gone straight to Sharkey. Although I think it did divert off Glove's face. Turnbull plays it across well to Grover. Connor cuts inside.
Good block there.
And it's blocked by a couple of people, but it's going to go back out. Surely West. Blocked by yourself. Come off Cartwright's shin. What great defending. Did you know much about that one there, Jack?
I just made myself as big as possible, unlike the goalkeeper who shrinks like a pea when the ball is struck.
I mean, if he just took his original size there and he just stayed, he wouldn't have never had to be blocked off the line.
Or if you did what I did and make your body as big as you can.
And you can see, look at his legs there.
He's tiny.
And it flicks off his boot. And then your knee.
My massive knee gets in the way.
Gonna get away, but great blocking there, great defensive work. Back to Connor, he's looked a real danger in this game so far. And to be honest, that finish there, it looked weak, but he couldn't have put it anywhere else.
It was perfectly placed.
That was a fantastic finish, and Cartwright, I can't even blame him for that one.
Here's Turnbull.
And I think we'll take a look at that one later on.
It's not often you see Turnbull score, but look at the goalkeeper there.
For me, there he hasn't even made him finish it. He's just said, "Pass it where you want, son," and it's going to go in. And that's what he's done.
There from Callum.
He does well, and it's going to go to Dino. Gets a shot away.
Well parried there from the goalkeeper. Got it out quite far.
And White's looking like they're coming forward well now.
Good dribbling from Johnny and a good finish.
And it's a great goal there, and it's just what Johnny does, isn't it? He'll get the ball deep and he'll bring it forward. Cartwright there, you can see him getting frustrated now. Turnbull takes a shot and it's blocked, and it's going well over.
Just wide.
And Johnny again gets into the position and fires that one across the goal. Maybe if he just lashed that in the other corner. And I think that's what I think Cartwright has made a good save there. Although we did think at first, and Turnbull with the header. With his cap on. Were you expecting a man with a cap to score this week, Jen?
No, that was a beautifully placed header, wasn't it?
It's not really reminiscent of Sam Brown's header last week, where obviously Sam Brown in the wrong goal, but the only place where Cartwright couldn't really get to it.
Good pass there from Bullock, and Turnbull unable to reach out.
He's on a hat trick at this point as well. And he has a hat as well to do a trick with if he does get one. And another bit of an example there.
No distribution at all for the goal.
And Turnbull again, and it's blocked there by yourself again, Jack. And there's a man with no kidneys and liver trying to get forward. And it's fallen to Sanderson. And he fires it low and hard.
It was a good save
and
there.
It's put back in by myself, straight to glove. But just one thing I will say, I did say to Cartwright numerous times in this fixture, if you're going to kick it long, kick it down the middle. Speaking of down the middle, that's exactly where Grover's shot looked like it went. Great strike though, and he's been a live wire in this game so far. Actually, that was a well-placed strike, actually, take nothing away from the finish. Good to see Bobby up front there as well. Very good defensively in this game.
Again, Bobby.
And a good block by yourself. And that's well stolen there with the blonde wig.
Who's
and
screaming?
I don't know who's screaming. It can't be anyone on our pitch. But whoever it is in some pain.
And a good shot there. I think that was yourself, actually. I'm not sure.
And it was well saved though. And Piot loses out there to West. West, a player I want to talk about later on, and that's gone just wide of the post. I think West very underrated in this game. Johnny Bullock again gets it through to Smith.
Easy at the near
Simple
post there.
finish. And yourself getting frustrated there.
Well, what's the goalkeeper doing? That's why I'm furious.
Too slow across his line. And if you saw him in the Premier League, imagine that, the amount of goals he concede. I mean, he's not a Premier League goalkeeper for that reason.
Rolled that one in there.
And a lot of people now coming
Smith
forward.
Again.
Smith, and saved by Cartwright. And the one thing I feel like Cartwright's angry. I feel like looking at his body language, he's furious. But I didn't hear him shout all game. And something must happen here.
Oh, that was my beautiful skill.
Don't know what's happened there with that one. And West just over the bar. You can see the floodlight now.
Bit of rain on the camera lens.
Grover gets that one, and it is. I think did that flick off his hand? It must have done.
It must have done. Although no corner
And
there.
that one there's fizzed back in.
And this is gonna come out to Sanderson.
Who fires it home? Bradley Cooper with the finish. And a man who looks the spitting double of Bradley Cooper. Made no mistake of that one.
I thought that was going to go over the fence when he lined up, but no.
But he actually kept it on the deck there. Cartwright. And just pick it up there. He can't kick it far enough, and he's kicked it to Smith, and that's a good block there. And it just confuses you, doesn't it? And there is Ayton, the man who's back after a while, and it's a good bit of play.
Oh,
and it's a good save from West. It does go over the fence there, but no party is to blame. And that goes to Sharky. Dino. And a good strike again. Well saved by West. Bobby now. He's played very well defensively. Can he get a goal? He can. Good finish. Can't blame Cartwright for that one.
Well, you can.
I mean, he still
made himself as small as possible.
He does go down quite easily. But it was a good finish from Bobby. I don't want the strikers to think that we're taking away from him there. Although Turnbull, you can take away from that awful strike. And that's gone just over again, over Piot again there. Callum, and that there wasn't the best strike.
Good flick on to Dino. I thought he was going to volley it there.
So did I, and he's been pushed down there. That probably in hindsight could have been a foul, but I don't think nothing was meant of it. 8-2 the scoreline if you haven't been keeping up. Connor, what can he do? Good save from Cartwright this time. Made himself a bit bigger there. Although maybe if Connor had waited a bit, he could have guided it over the goalkeeper. And there a ball to yourself.
Left-footed strike misses and
right-footed strike misses. But I mean, the way you flew through the air after the strike shows you meant a lot of that.
Well, I was just going to hit that as hard as I could, and that's a beautiful pass in there from yourself, Sam Hinton.
And thank you very much there, Jack. It was a nice finish, I must admit, from that side. I think it did take a slight deflection off Bobby, but still found its way into the net. So back in it now, 8-3 maybe. We can dream. And is that Johnny there? Puts it in. Bullet header from Connor there.
That was fantastic.
And is that his hat trick as well?
It is another hat trick.
Am I right in thinking he scored a left footer, a right footer, and a header there? Was that a perfect hat trick from Connor there? And he played a fantastic game as well. Really, really dangerous player up top. Well saved from Cartwright there. And Johnny.
Little strides as well.
Steams down. Out to Smith. Piot all over.
Covered his near post and
he saved it there as well. Piot heads it away. Going to be back in by Turnbull. Turnbull, he also had a right footer and a header, and I think he wanted the perfect one. It's going to go there to Grover.
Good defensive.
Great tackle there.
And that will be the end of this game.
And this is a great tackle. What a tackle that is.
And it found yourself, actually.
It was a great pass as well. But it was 9-3, the final score. I mean, did you see anything else other than a Whites win at any point in that game, Jack?
I mean, it looked okay at the start when it was 1-0 to the Colours, and we defended like hellfire.
Cartwright Did he lose his head?
Yes, Cartwright lost his head. Man of the match, who's it going to go to? I say Ash Turnbull, personally.
Ash Turnbull with the 2 goals. I mean, you could have a save for Grover in there as well, but I think, no disrespect to Ash, I would not expect him to score
That's
2 goals,
exactly
whereas Connor I expect to get 3 goals in a game.
Exactly.
And with the header with the cap as well, good mention for him there. But I think a lot of players played well, especially on the white team there. West a personal shout, and Johnny Bullock as well. But 9-3 the final score, and we'll do a little bit of analysis of a couple of things that we noticed in the game. So a few analytical things we noticed in the game. The first thing here I just want to talk about, Cartwright here in his positioning. So already, for me, he's in the wrong position. If the shot's coming on the right-hand side there, he's too far on his left. What he's doing as well, it looks like he's going in for one of those dangerous slide challenges at this point. His body shape's all wrong, and he's actually making himself thinner. If Turnbull at this point here finds a top corner, then you can't blame Cartwright at all there. But what he's done there is he's allowed the striker, for me, to put the ball anywhere. He said, go on, just put the ball at the goal and I'm going to get out of the way of it. If he stands tall there and Turnbull puts that in the top corner, nobody can say anything about Cartwright in that situation. But just look at the shape of him there. He's very straight. He looks like he's going in nastily on Turnbull's ankle there from this angle. We obviously know he's not, but that's not, for me, where he should be going. Secondly, I think one thing we want to talk about is just the distribution. So this is the first 5 minutes, is what I thought the lineups were kind of like. I think Johnny was in goal at the start, but this is when Smith went in goal. What I noticed was the Whites lineup was kind of a 2-1-2-1 formation in a sense, with the 2 inside forwards of Turnbull and Glove. Now, what that enabled to happen was Smith could distribute it nicely to Johnny. West would pull out, then Turnbull and Glove could push into the attacking positions, and Connor would pull out as well. Now, what that enabled Johnny and Bobby to do is get the ball to West, who then allowed Johnny to get forward. Then they could kind of create things around there. Now, the midfield too, with Dino and Sharkey, they're not the biggest 2 players coming up against West, 6'4". He's got almost a foot on the 2 players there. And what that did was it kind of pulled the defence out a little bit. So as you see on this one here, what'll happen when West did it was when West got the ball, Dino and Sharkey would kind of spread wide a little bit. Jack would then push in towards West, which then Sam and Callum would have to pull out, and then obviously West would be able to play that either to Johnny. Turnbull and Connor would drop a bit deeper as well. We'd kind of create an overload because we know Johnny and Bobby would get forward as well. Another thing, just whilst we're on this slide here, is James's distribution for the colours. So one thing that you notice there, he has 3 defenders. Now, the one player he wouldn't be giving it to in that situation would be Jack, simply because Connor is going to be near him and West can put pressure on him as well. What Cartwright tends to do is he tends to stare down the man he's going to give the ball to. So, for example, if he's giving it to Callum now, who's in the left-back position, he'd stare at Callum. That gives Glove the opportunity to run in. Now you can see already there, Callum's got no pass on if Glove covers that line. The pass into the midfield with Dino or Sharkey is going to be covered by West. Connor's blocking off Jack, so the only place Callum can go is either send it forward to Piot or go back to Jimmy. Now if the ball does go forward to Piot, Piot's got absolutely nobody on because the midfield pairing have had to drop deeper to help out Callum look for that pass. The other thing I would have to say is the midfield, for me, are just far too deep on colours. If the ball does go deep to Piot, in this situation where it was Dino and Sharkey, they're a little bit too deep, perhaps relying too much on Cartwright going short to Callum. If Cartwright maybe had gone longer early on, or managed to actually keep the ball on the pitch when he's going long, perhaps colours could have sorted out their problems early on in this fixture, which would have enabled them, I think, to have a better scoreline. But that's just a few things that I noticed there analytically in the game when I was playing it, and you can tell I've been off for a while because obviously I've been analysing this a bit too much, but hopefully something that the shapes might change in future, maybe able to see a few different formations coming out. But the Whites certainly managed to run an absolutely perfect game. West, for me, controlled it in the middle with Johnny, and those 2 inside forwards caused problems because you know Turnbull and Glove, left and right footed on the wrong flanks, can cut in and can cause problems, and Turnbull got himself a brace in that game. But there is the tactical analysis of Monday Night Football.